Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Victoria 2. I'm your lovely host, Galvin, and this time we're playing with the PoP Demand mod. So this series will be done pretty much by popular demand. I was asked quite a bit about this. A lot of people seem to want some Victoria 2, so I've decided to do it. And in particular, I have chosen the PoP Demand mod for one reason, because I want to be able to play an uncivilized nation. Uncivilized nations are, after all, lots of fun. In anything except the base game, in my opinion. Other people, of course, hold some different ones. I tend to think that, while uncivilized nations are fun to play, they make terrible Let's Play streaming content generally, because their play is so much slower, and you tend to spend the first half of the game doing very little. Anyway, so where were we? Right. I think everyone knows exactly who I'm going to play. You guessed it. It's Gondor. You know it. So we're going to be taking Ethiopia for a spin. And I'll go over some of the changes that PoP Demand mod makes. It makes a ridiculous number of changes, like numbers I couldn't even hope to start with. So I'll just go over at least some of them. Let's see. Probably actually the first place to start would be this screen. No, wait, what? No. Production? Where? It's been a while. Yeah, here we are. Production. You can see that there are a decent increase to the number of goods produced. You have, for example, silk, and, more interestingly, shares, medicine, boots, shoes, horses, cigars, and, you know. There's a lot of different things here. Whole new slew of items and stuff. So, that's one of the many changes to it. In particular, the change that I'm alright with is the minus 0.5 uncivilized nation penalty bonus for infamy, which is quite nice. Alright, so right now we stand pretty good. We have two weaker neighbors that we have core on and will need in order to form Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken. Decisions. Let's see. Negusa Negest, which makes us Ethiopia. Yep. Country changes to Ethiopia and everyone gets happy. That's what I like to see. So, in order to acquire this, we need these two lovely guys. And we'll probably then continue on our lovely way, Majordine, Galidi, and then, you know, all the way down to Oman. Maybe even invade some Portugal. We'll see. Depends how things go. Alright, so first off, let's have a look here. Negus of Tigray. Negus of Shiwa. So far, I can't help but notice that 0.62. Does it tell me now? I'm thinking that that's all they've got there. And that if I were to go at them, I could win pretty easily. I mean, I have hussars, which isn't too bad. Apparently I have negative 10% experience. I didn't realize that you could, in fact, have negative experience, but sure. Let's go with that. These guys are mighty green, I'll say that much. Oh wow, and they actually just lost half their organization there. Well, obviously we can't let such a thing go unturned. I have no choice but to restore order to them. Can I beat them there? 15th of January, perfect. That's what I like to see. Birth rate is high, alright. Reduction in education efficiency, but increased population growth. Imperious Autocrat, excellent, excellent. Well, go in for the kill. Yeah. Alright, so they're not looking so good now. We're going to quickly split apart, and I believe as it's known in Europa Universalis, carpet siege the shit out of them. Split, go, and bada boom. There. So he's managed to get a... You know what? That's a reasonable fighting force there. 18. And rising. You know, you could do a lot worse than that. I mean, he's got only a few provinces. Alright. So, we do need to set a focus as well. Bangamendar is our most populous region. Now we actually have a sizable minority of Jewish people. I think the obvious thing to do is to start with the clergy. What else can we do? Laissez-faire, maximum taxes plus 10%. Not great on that. I think I'm going to go with the Imperial faction, because state capitalism. Though, we do lose jingoism as a war policy. We're bleeding a lot of cash. Like, can we balance our budget? Maybe? Not really, huh? Balancing a budget is tricky. Tariffs would be a bad idea here. We need administration spending. We have to cut education. Which sucks, but don't have much to do. There's nothing else I can cut. Alright. Guess we're gonna have to give up jingoism. We need state capitalism, because that improves our tax maximums. Or at least it will shortly. There we are. Once it takes effect. And now we're technically in the green now. Or, well, green enough. Alright. Workshop of the world. Yes, yes, you're an industrial powerhouse, we know. Alright. So there is an interesting bug about that I need to kind of remember about Victoria 2, is that 3 guys will actually siege a province faster than 4. It's just some strange, weird, I suppose, bug in the code, and how it decides siege speeds. Which is, you'll notice that these guys are actually finishing much quicker than these guys, because these guys each are sieging together here with 4, whereas these guys are sieging with 3. No one knows why this is, but 4 is horrendously slow. I, should actually take people out of these sieges to speed them up. It is a very strange bug that a lot of people aren't particularly aware of, and I don't blame them, because it makes no sense. The winds of westernization. This is a tough one. This is really a tough one. How far along are we? We have to start 20%. The question is, do I think I can get away with it? You know what? I do have a decision that'll lower my militancy by 4. You know what? I'll do it. This basically guarantees that you will start having a bunch of reactionaries and revolutionaries, but it does grant you a lot more research points. There. And in a matter of no time, these sieges now finish. I'm not crazy. That is just kind of how that system works, and I have no idea why. In Gondorian Aretia. Why is it that one specifically? I don't know. We'll extend slavery, though, of course. Alright, so what can we gather up here? In addition to what the hell can we build? Alright. So we can muster up a decent quantity of troops, and I think we can actually spend a little bit on educations. Nowhere near enough, but it's something. Alright. We have 13 to go against their 18, and they're already pretty badly beat up, so this shouldn't be too hard. A fairly easy reunification of Ethiopia, and a nice way to start things off. And of course doing that also, in particular, helps us by getting us a bunch of research points. Yeah. Wow, that was quick. Okay, create new unit. 1, 2, 3. Obey the law of 3. Three to a province. And then if anything ever finishes here, yeah, you know. There. Sieging shouldn't be too long. Slightly concerning. I guess I don't really have the prestige to buy arms on the market. It won't be too long. I'm not too concerned. We'll then have everyone fall back into Ankobar. Zemenete Manifest. What? Age of Princes upon us. Oh, okay, so I can just do that during. Interesting. Monthly war exhaustion reductions, good. Alright, I like this. That will pretty much get rid of any war exhaustion I've incurred. Retribution. Herrera is under siege. It's not actually, but okay. That'll go away. So this, well, won't necessarily remove any issues, but it will make my life a little easier. Alright. And in a matter of no time, we've now united the Ethiopian provinces. Propose peace. Annex. Extend slavery, extend slavery. Alright. I guess originally this wasn't a slave state before I didn't conquer it, which is odd. I guess that's why I got the consciousness. So, let's see, shall we? We can go after northern Somalia. Definitely a possibility. Unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be a strait crossing anywhere around here, and I don't believe I really have that much capacity for ships. That is to say, pretty much none. So I think we actually have to start with northern Somalia, at the very least. Before I, maybe if I can get some access to the British or something. Could land an aid and mount an offensive. That's within reason. That's part of the Ottoman Empire. Troubling, troubling. Egypt is a vassal of the Ottomans. We can now take Negusa Negest. But I'm not actually going to do this because, well, it's a nice nice boost to my power here. Yeah, all PoPs in Gondor lose 4 militancy. I'm currently under the effects of Western influences. I'm going to let that build up for a little while. I feel like that is the correct way to handle it, per se. And, yeah, so, let's start here, shall we? Conquest. Take 200 days. It's a bit on the long side. I guess probably because we have some more exhaustion, but it shouldn't be too bad. And I'm considering the removal of at least some of our army. There. Let's get rid of the undermanned brigades. We don't need them, they don't reinforce. And we've successfully beaten the Age of Princes, which is what's important here. We've lost the effects of poor military leadership. Hurrah! Okay, that might have been too many people. Let's chuck these guys apart. Gondor in the modern age. Huzzah! Alright, so let's swap out our troops here. Very good. Now we have 2 army groups. And we have 63 extra to spend, eh? Ooh, not that much on education. I'm not that rich. Not quite that rich. Cutting corners trying to get as much education as I can here, up to 45%. And the more I take, the easier it'll be. Especially if I can, you know, maintain less of an army. That would be of great help. Anyway, I'm going to end the first episode here, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching. For those of you that would like to see more of the series, please do leave a like on the video, and don't forget to comment. It helps search rankings, helps the channel, helps me grow, and helps me bring you guys great content. So, without further ado, the United States is already working its way through. Peru, Bolivia having its thing. What else is going on in the world? Anything? It's a little early to say. Not too much, unfortunately, but that'll soon change. So yes, thank you everybody for watching. This has been your lovely host, Calvin, signing off.